we've given our reactions to the poor turnout of the Trump rally flop, as many people are saying. But it's not really, at the end of the day, our opinion that matters, because the rally wasn't about me. It wasn't about Francesca. It wasn't about the people at the rally, even. It was about Trump. Now, what did he think? This sort of sums it up. I mean, he doesn't look happy. And when he unties his tie, look how long that tie is, you weirdo. To people who don't wear ties, it is not supposed to hang down on both sides that far. That is insanity. But anyway, that is a man defeated by what he saw. And reports are coming from inside the campaign now, confirming that he was not happy. According to NBC News, he was furious at the underwhelming crowd at the rally in Tulsa on Saturday evening. A major disappointment for what had been expected to be a raucous return to the campaign trail after 3 months off because of the coronavirus pandemic. And again, remember, the draw to people was, we're going to campaign mode. He's going to be taking on Biden. You haven't been able to go to a Trump rally in literally months. You haven't been able to go to almost anything in literally months. Now all of a sudden there's an event, and still very few people turned up. He was apparently fuming at his top political aides even before the rally began, when his campaign revealed that 6 members of the advance team had tested positive for COVID-19. He was apparently mad that had been allowed to dominate coverage of the rally before it started, when that story shouldn't have been dominating it. The fact that no one was there should have been dominating it. So I can understand why he'd be angry. But apparently, yeah, although the campaign is going to say that to the contrary, we'll have video of that in just a second, he apparently was not happy about this entire debacle, as you might imagine.
That photo looks like it's like Wile E. Coyote when the TNT blows up in his face. Like, that exact moment, the little singe, like...
There's a little sad in this, not happy.
Or just like an action hero who ended up, like, killing the whole town rather than, like, the guy got away. Just like, oh. You know, that's what I see. It's just like an action hero who drank water. Who was able to drink water for the first time, but it still wasn't enough.
Oh, we're gonna have that
to save the town.
Exactly. So the question that I have for you is, will anyone pay for this? And if so, who? If anyone was going to, it seems like Brad Parscale would probably be the one, because, man, he has been strutting around the yard all happy with his million signups. And we're going to talk about why the signups were so high in a little bit. But people are saying that his job is safe internally, that Trump isn't that mad at him. But remember, just about a month ago, maybe a month and a half, when his polling started to turn down, there was a lot of news from inside that Trump was very mad at Brad Parscale over that he was going to sue him over his bad polls. And now the rally thing. And like, you can't stress this enough. There is nothing about being president that Donald Trump likes more than those rallies. That is why he is in this thing. Well, and to, steal countless dollars from, the
It's also because if they were all on Zoom, they wouldn't be able to get, like, the camera working. So, MAGA and Zoom don't work. It'd just be like they're under chin. They'd all be like, whatever, washing dishes too loudly. That's basically just me. But what I'm saying is it's different.
You're crazy. You're just crazy. Okay.
Let's
so continue.
Like, let me just say a little bit about Brad Parscale, who, like, people are dunking on because he was like, 800,000 tickets sold. We're going to be well over 1 million, blah, blah, blah. Which, by the way, they should have just held it outdoors in the beginning, and they shouldn't have, like, closed down the overflow areas. They should have just moved it outside, because that's actually safer in terms of, a pandemic or whatever. Brad Parscale scares me a lot. So I don't want to push him that far on social media, because this guy knows where you live, who you vote for, what your middle name is, what your dog's middle name is. Like, this guy knows everything about you. He's basically been the link, I believe, between things like Cambridge Analytica and data mining from Steve Bannon and the right wing to the Trump campaign. This guy is the glue. This guy knows every single county. This guy knows every single swing voter. So I'm scared as hell of Brad Parscale. I'm just going to be totally honest with you. And I'm not sure if he shouldn't have to face the consequences or be in jail for some of the things that he's pulled when it comes to the mining of our data and the targeted and potentially sharing with the Russian government. We do know that Manafort, for example, shared polling data and county and precinct data with the Russian government. Was Pascal in on that? We don't know, because we can't get accountability for squat.
Well, and God knows this time around what Pascal, like the relationship with Zuckerberg is so fundamentally deceptive. The fact that he's like, we don't want to be an arbiter of the truth. Oh yeah, no, I did have a secret dinner with Donald Trump like a week ago that I didn't tell you about. Like that sort of thing is going on. Yeah. And it's like they abused Facebook so badly, and they didn't have the access back then that they have now. Now, Zuckerberg is courting them. Remember Zuckerberg, the guy that was like giving signs he wanted to run for president? He's now courting Donald Trump and likely meeting with Pascal.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.